guys doing tonight? That is far more enthusiasm than I expected. You need to tone that down a bit because otherwise I'm bound to disappoint. There's no way I can top that expectation. Get balls! Woo! Alright, so I've been doing a series of things on the presidents of the United States, but I decided to take a break from that for the next couple, ending this week. Next week I'm going to start back up with it. I just needed to get a few things off my chest. I want to just tell you guys a little bit about myself. When I was 2 months old, I was dipped in a tub full of scalding water by my supposed biological father. And yeah, I know. Loads of laughs, right? So
Baby Sarah!
yeah, you know the killing baby jokes are on the top of the list right now. So a thing that always ran through my mind throughout my years was the question why. And trying to ask members of my family was not useful whatsoever because it was pretty much like playing a game of Guess Who, but you're only allowed to ask one question before the other person says, oh, well, you're not old enough to know yet. So there's that. And so I finally got a chance to talk to him about a couple of years ago. And I asked him, so what the fuck, dude? And his response was, I don't know, I was really young and stupid. Couple things here. First of all, there are only 3 questions that can be a valid answer to. The first one being, why did you do so much meth when you were younger? The second one, why did you drive that car into a lake? And the third one being, why did you scream out YOLO after you said, oh, I'm gonna go try to jump this canyon with my mountain bike, see what happens? Those are questions that can be answered with, I was very young and stupid. Attempted murder is another thing entirely, in my opinion. I don't know about you guys, but that's just another level altogether. Nope. And I always used to wonder to myself when I was younger, what if I died? Not in the sense of like, oh, what would life for my family members and loved ones have been like? No, I mean like legitimately, what if I am currently dead? And what I'm experiencing right now is just a continuous cycle of things I would have never experienced. And the reason I thought this was because I, like a lot of kids, was really fucking stupid. Not so much stupid actually, more like a cringe-worthy naivety that I had to my character. I was really obsessed with animated TV shows when I was younger, and it really fucked up my current life. Like, I was obsessed with shows. My model for a perfect relationship is the relationship between Zuko and Mai in Avatar: The Last Airbender. Here's why. The perfect relationship is where 2 people who hate each other can get together and start to get to know each other, and then eventually they can be like, I don't hate you too. Perfect relationship. Best one ever. And so this had a really interesting effect on my relationships with other people. I've only had one long-standing relationship, and it was a month. 1 month, that's my longest relationship. And it was during a period of experimentation with the opposite sex. So if that tells you anything about me, fuck. And so one thing that I learned throughout my attempted relationship experiences is something that I'd like to bring to life. I don't understand dick pics. I don't get why. Why do you feel the need? Who's so insecure that they have to use the measurement of their genitalia to make themselves seem presentable? Like, I don't think that I'm ever going to meet a girl out there who's going to be like, well, Art has a sociopathic personality and he looks like what would happen if Willem Dafoe boned a horse, but he has a medium-sized break, so let's see what happens. Come over here. Let's just go for it. No woman's like that. That is not how life works. And the last thing I want to talk to you guys about is just I had a really weird week last week. It started out relatively small, then went to terrible, then went back down a notch to, oh fuck, what am I going to do now? And it started on Wednesday last week, our refrigerator broke. Pretty tame, right? First world problems. Thursday, my grandma went into the hospital after suffering a massive stroke, and that was like, hit right to the head with a brick. And on Friday, my car broke down on First Friday in downtown Lakeland. Now, that is not a time you need to be broken down. When literally everyone you know is like 30 minutes away, it's going to take them like an hour and a half just to get there because everyone's downtown, including some crazy people. And I got to experience a crazy person while I was broken down. And this person, she had a daughter who couldn't have been any more than 12 years old and another daughter who had cerebral palsy. And the first thing I hear whenever she gets out the door, she's saying, "Stop being a bitch." And her daughters were the only two in the car with her. So that means either she was telling a 12-year-old to stop being a bitch, or she was just taking out some unneeded aggression on the daughter with cerebral palsy. Either way, I think you need some kind of psychiatric help, lady. And after all these things that happened to me, I finally realized something. I did die when I was burned at 2 months old. And what I'm experiencing now is just a 22-year-long practical joke by God himself. Because if there's any great prankster in the world, it is God. He has the power to pull any prank that he wants to. And I just imagine there's going to be a time in the future where I'm just going to completely snap from all the things that have happened to me. And just as the knife is about to plunge into some poor, unsuspecting human being's chest, everything's going to go dark. Then, time's going to stop. A flash comes and I'm in a white enclosed area. And then from the heavens above, I hear, "Whoa, dude, it was just a prank, bro. Come on, let's be reasonable." Thank you all very much. I've been Art Zager.